Well behind schedule, with an ETA of around 11 AM and no land in sight, we headed up for some breakfast. With almost 12 months in the planning, we're getting close to the shores of what we used to call home. We've come back to visit some of the wonderful and exciting places that we didn't get to go to before we left here. Isn't it always the way? You say to yourself, I'll get there one day, but it never seems to happen. So with around 10 weeks to rediscover Tasmania and rekindle old friendships and relationships, this should be awesome. We hope you enjoyed this series. Welcome to Discover Tasmania. We make our way into the Mersey River, and it's not long before they unlock and allow access to the vehicle decks, and we are then called to our vehicles ready for departure. Over the arc and out we go. Welcome to Tasmania. Typical bloody, guess what? One car breaks down on the boat just before us. Anyway, the bloke squeezed us around him. I believe these guys are biosecurity, so we're looking for dirty vehicles that may require a wash before entry to Tas, reducing the risk of bringing in foreign matter from other states. Cheers mate, thank you. Shopping list. Yeah, Two important jobs to do once we exit the vehicle. Check in with Melly, who is currently house sitting, but will be joining us in a couple of weeks. And the grocery store to replenish our fruit and vegetables. Call Melissa.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Call Melissa.
I'm sorry, but I still did not get that. Available commands will be shown on each screen by saying a menu name such as go to audio or go to phone.
Go to phone. Phone is not connected.
The phone is not connected.
Go!
Check the phone.
Me and technologies. I tried to call Mel, but before you can do this, you need to connect the phone. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a double one down over here.
Okay.
Go code that one.
Yeah.
Between that black car.
Yeah.
1 hour later.
Right.
After grabbing some groceries, we headed to the Able Tasman Caravan Park at East Devonport, where we dropped off the van before heading to catch up with some friends at Port Sorell.
27.
So today, well, yesterday, we didn't do a lot yesterday, did we? We got off the boat, got some groceries, rang a friend, phoned a friend. Well, that turned into a session, and then Elizabeth had to drive home. Naughty. Any rate, and there we had a bit of tea and a great night's sleep. So there's a bit of catch up to do, I think, from the boat. So today we're going to head down the northwest coast, take you guys with us. Lots of little towns along the way. Not sure exactly where we're going to get to. We do have somewhere penciled, but we'll see how we go. And yeah, that'll be today. See you guys.
Bye.
We must have been past this turn off 1,000 times before and not stopped. But today, it's different.
Braddon Park, to the memory of Sir Edward Braddon, Premier of Tasmania and a member of the first Federal Parliament. This cairn has been erected on the property of his old home to commemorate the 100 years of responsible government in Tasmania, 1856 to 1956.
Sir Edward Nicholas Coventry Braddon was born in Cornwall, England on the 11th of June, 1829. He led a travelled life, spending time in England, India, and finally in March 1878 he travelled to Tasmania and a new life. He settled on a small rundown property at Leith on the northwest coast and worked extremely hard to make it a worthwhile enterprise. Few people lived in that part of the colony, and Braddon undoubtedly stood out as a man of experience and proven ability. He performed a valuable service in attracting money to Tasmania, especially in the flotation of a number of companies, including Mount Lyell Mining and Emu Bay Railway Companies. Ned Braddon died at Leith on the 2nd of February 1904. This is the memorial to him at Braddon's Lookout, within view of his small property. We headed to Ulverston and the Information Centre to gather some intel on the northwest coast, but we couldn't go past this Australian icon and not stop for a tasting. Of course, we're talking about Tasmanian pickled onions, the home of Blue Banner. We did one of their tasting plates and picked up a bottle of our favourite condiments.
So John, we've just been to the Ulverston Information Centre.
Yeah, a place called The Hive.
An amazing spot.
What an amazing spot.
If you're ever in the area, look it up because they have so much information about the area and Tasmania in general.
And there's also all those interactive other things. There was woodworking stuff going on. There was
Craft.
craft area that the ladies were working, and you can go in and still free to have a look at all that.
Then there's the museum upstairs.
There's a museum, a science museum upstairs, which was pretty cool. And then like another museum.
All about the history.
Yeah, and then the planetarium. That was, I don't know, about $11 or something a head to go and see that. That was well worth it.
Oh, definitely.
And particularly for us, because we want to try and do, I guess one of the things on the list is hopefully to get some of the southern lights. So by doing that, we got to talk to the local astronomer, and so he's given us a few tips to help get, hopefully, some nice photos.
But we'll see about
But we'll see about that. But given that we also, look here, opium poppies growing on the side of the road. Can you believe it? You've got to love Tasmania. Both sides of the road now. But we were heading through to Smithton. But we've changed our mind. We've changed the plan. And it's being flexible is, I guess, what it's all about. So, talking to the lady at the information centre, she's told us about guns, planes, and we knew that there were some caves and stuff up there. It's a wildlife park. We might even have to drive past a winery.
Oh, possibly.
Possibly. So we've changed our plan, and we're going to go up to Guns Plains for a couple of days.
But that's the whole thing about Tassie. You can drive.
And everything, like we got into the car at Ulverston and put it all in. It's like 30 minutes from the information centre to where the wildlife park is. So that's what we're going to do. So there you go. All right. Well, we'll let you know when we get a little bit closer as to what's going on. Cheers.
Just driving through North Motton.
Before arriving at the park, we did make a slight detour to the Leven Valley Vineyard. Situated on the north-facing hill overlooking the picturesque Guns Plains just 20 minutes south of Ulverston is the Leven Valley Vineyard. It takes in the panoramic views of the Leven River and surroundings, whilst offering a tranquil and relaxed atmosphere. The cellar door is designed to showcase the boutique cool climate wines made from the grapes grown on the estate and handmade locally.
Okay, come and join us at Leven Valley Vineyard. We've got some nice Chardonnays and Pinot Noirs. The vineyard's been around since 1997 and we took over a couple of years ago and it's a lot of fun. We've got a beautiful garden to come sit in if you bring your own nibbles and snacks.
Go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward a little bit more. A little bit more. A bit more. Okay.
I had to do a little bit of manoeuvring to turn the vehicles around, as there was not a lot of room in the car park. Liz ran ahead to film us leaving the car park, but unfortunately rolled her ankle. Heading to our camp, we are blessed to travel past and through some of Tasmania's prime farming land, and it's not too long before we arrive at this amazing camp. There you go. We call into a winery on the way to this beautiful little location, and Mama Bear has a fall. She has 3 glasses or 4 tastings there was.
Let's do it better. 4 tastings.
Yeah, there were 4 tastings, and yeah, it's done a bit of a cropper. So here it is, all bandaged up and resting.
Just a bit of a swollen ankle. That's all.
After she just told me on the way, couldn't have been timed it better because we found all these nature walks And she's like, oh, we could go and do this one and we could go and do that one. And I was very quietly, silently in the car going, yes. So there we go. It's called Karma, I think.
Oh, bugger.
All right, well, here we are on the banks of the Leven River at this wilderness camp. It's a beautiful spot.
Yep, Wings Wilderness.
Wings Wilderness Park it's called. So there's actually a animal park behind us, wildlife park, that's the word I wanted, which we can go and have a look through. Well, we won't be going anywhere now because Bugger Lugs has hurt her ankle, but maybe tomorrow. And we're not all that far from the caves, so we put that on the itinerary to do tomorrow as well. But yeah, an absolute cracker of a spot, right camped right up on the river. Beautiful. Well, yeah, just catching up with you all. We had a little bit of an issue yesterday afternoon, and someone had a little fall.
I rolled my ankle.
Or a trip, or whatever you want to call it, and no one else got invited, so she did it all on her own.
Yes.
It hasn't got any better, and to the point where she can hardly put any weight on it. So we're heading into the Mersey General Hospital
At Latrobe.
at Latrobe to see if we can get a doctor to have a look at it and maybe get an x-ray.
Yep.
Hopefully it's nothing's broken, Liz.
Oh, that'd be great if it wasn't anything like it.
Yeah,
Just a little bit of a turned ankle.
that's all we need. We're here 2 days.
Yep.
2 days. And this happens. But anyway, so we'll fill you in when we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Hopefully it's all good.
Yeah, I'll help you. We passed this on our way back to camp, and despite our ankle, we went for a look. What a trooper. Access to both the top of the falls and the lookout is relatively easy, so the challenge was set and off we went. Well, here we are, a little place called Preston Falls. What a spiky little waterfall this is.
How pretty is that?
Up there, yeah. Well, we're nearly back to camp. The result was no fractures.
Yep, no bones broken, which is good. So I just have to wear a moon boot until the pain subsides, which will just help all the tendons and ligaments get back into where they should be. So just a ligament and tendon strain.
So that means you're being waited on for a day or two, mate.
Yes, just a few days.
Right.
Yes.
I become the beer bitch. Who knows? All right.
Anyway,
So the result.
it's
that's a
better
good.
than it's better than we hoped for.
Yeah, it's a good result. It's a good result. We went to an RSL club for breakfast. Oh, yummy!
That was one of the best brekkies we've
One
had.
of the best breakfasts we've had in ages. So it was. Yeah, so that's the story. So we're going to head back to camp. We're nearly there now. Probably have a bit of an R&R day. I've got a couple of chores to do. We've got a bit of a leak in the awning. See if I can seal the stitching until the new lining arrives, which we've ordered.
You've arrived at your destination.
Yeah, we've arrived at our destination. So we're getting that sent to Mum, so that'll be fine. We'll pick it up in Lonnie when we get in there. And I've got my, dare I say it, I've got my trout license. Really. So I'm going to probably flick a lure this afternoon, and we've got a bit of editing and some downloading to do. So not a problem. We'll fill in today, nice and easy, nice, and couple of cold ales in the fridge for this afternoon.
Yep.
And away we go.
Sit by the Leven River and just chill.
Yeah, and there could be worse spots where we were.
Yeah,
nice.
definitely.
All right. Cheers,
Catch you guys later.
Bye. Up early, I went for a walk to the sanctuary to check out the place without the crowds. They feed you, big fella, do they? Nice big drumsticks. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're a bit aggressive, old fella. I think old man Emu took a bit of offence to my comment, nice drumsticks, and he had a crack at me. Then it was back for breakfast, where I thought I would do some bacon on toast. Breakfast on the road. Doesn't get much better than this.
Morning, John.
Morning, Liz. So, foot's feeling a bit better?
Yep.
So we're going to go and tackle the Guns Plains Caves this morning.
It's not too far.
It's not far away from where. It's only 10 to 15 minutes from where we camped.
Yes.
So that's certainly convenient. And I was going to go yesterday, but we really wanted Liz to come as well. So we thought, well, we'll give that ankle another day, because they do say that there's a stack of concrete steps and a little ladder. So she'll soldier it on, I reckon.
Strap me foot.
Strapped it up, put it in
my proper walking boot that
boots.
gives ankle support.
Yeah. So that'll work a treat. So hopefully that'll work out all right. So we'll come back to you, because I don't know, as I was younger, we ever went to there. I remember going to the Mole Creek Caves, but I don't ever remember going to these. So,
I've never done the Guns Plains Caves.
so it'd be cool, and it's supposed to have some couple of things that are unique to them. So
Anyway, we'll see.
we'll see. So we'll catch you guys up
on the flip side.
Yeah, well, we will. Guns Plains Caves is situated approximately 30 kilometres south of Ulverston and was about 15 minutes from our camp. This 10-hectare area was one of the earliest cave reserves in Tasmania, being proclaimed in 1918. Like most caves, these were discovered by accident when in 1906 a local farmer, Bill Woodhouse, went chasing a possum that disappeared into a hole in the ground. You first descend the 54 concrete steps, where the area opens up into this amazing underground oasis that travels around 275 metres in length. You will see incredible calcite formations that decorate its passages, and if cave crystals are not tempting enough, there's also a colony of glowworms living in the cave.
Welcome you all to the cathedral chamber. Second largest in the Southern Hemisphere. Apparently Jenolan Cave is a better one. We're not competitive or anything. We just can't make ours go any faster. So it gives us the approximate age of the entire cave of around 50 million years. Have a few nice formations before we go back. Behind us here we have our hitchhiker. There he is, in the middle there.
The cave was formed by an underground river that still flows today and contains freshwater crayfish, trout and eel. Platypus sleep and nest in the sandy banks along the river. Cool. So the caves themselves were really interesting. So you basically go through a gate and they're guided tours, so you can't just wander in and out. Matthew was awesome. He had a little sense of humour as well.
You get the history of the cave, how it was found.
How it was found, yeah. It actually belonged, it was part of a farming property. And I think it's Bill. Old Bill found it. And they actually
Chased a possum.
Yeah. And the thing was that in one part of the cave they actually turned the lights off and light a candle, so you can appreciate, how hard it would have been for him to see and work his way around inside the cave just with candles.
Candle and lantern.
So just and the lantern, so it was good. So there was that side of things, the history of how all about it. And then obviously the formations, and some of the formations look very similar to things around the world, so they've basically named them like that. Certainly, absolutely, not certain, absolutely, if you're in this area, it's worth it. And you've got that, and then you've got the wildlife park where we stayed.
Which is the Wings Wildlife Park.
Which we'll come back to and talk about later on.
But it's a wet cave, and that's how it's formed.
Yeah. So it actually has water running through it.
Yes.
They do have to close it from time to time when floods, and he showed us like where the level of the water came up to. So basically some of the stuff that we were in would have been well and truly underwater in big floods. The bit that fascinated me was they called it like bacon. So the roof's not flat. Roof in a lot of the cave, the roof is on a bit of an angle. So what happens is the water drips down from above, it runs through on an angle. It's obviously bringing the minerals with it, and then you get this slow build up and build up and build up, and you see these amazing formations, sheets of stuff that have basically taken millions of years to form. So.
Anyway,
there's lots to do. We won't sort of be too much of a killjoy, but just enough hopefully to whet your appetite that if you are in the area, you go and check it out.
it's well worth it.
Well worth it, absolutely. So we're going to go back. We've got some saveloys to heat up on the induction, and that'll be lunch, Liz.
Yes, definitely.
It's one of those bittersweet mornings this morning, isn't it?
Having to leave the Leven Canyon. How about that one?
We'd have thought that all the years that we lived here, never went there.
No,
Honestly, never went there. So
it's pretty.
it's a pretty bloody spot. So today we're heading further down the northwest coast. We're going to go the back way, so we're going to go through a couple of little country towns. One of them's called Rihanna. It's going to bring us back into the back of Penguin. We're going to pop down there and have a bit of a sticky beak. Yeah, we're not sure of our destination tonight. We've got a couple of places penciled. It depends on what we get up to during the course of the day. We do have to do a few things. We've had, well, I haven't topped the water up in the camper since we left Brisbane. So however many days that is worth of water, we probably need to top that up today.
Need to do a load of
And
washing.
we do need to do a load of some jobs to wash, and a few little groceries starting to get a bit low.
Yes.
But that's the beauty of this place. Like, you don't travel all that far to your next destination, and there's a town, a village, and like so much fresh produce.
I can see it growing. in there.
We're driving here. I think we've got. There's berries on one side of the road. There's tomatoes on another side of the road. There's spuds on another side of the road. Yeah, truly amazing. So we're on our way. A quick stop in Penguin to find a laundromat, without success I might add, and a visit to the library. What a cracking idea. Then we headed into Burnie to find a laundromat and top up with water.
What are you doing, John?
Just topping up the water tank, Liz. We haven't put any water in it since we left Brizzy, so we're not that hard on it. Vegetables, kettle, a few other bits and pieces, washing up. So yeah, that's fine. The Bass Highway follows the coast now for quite a while, which makes this a very picturesque drive. Into Vineyard for some fresh groceries. Then we camped up at the RV park at Tall Timbers in Smithton. This is a great camp where you can stay for 3 nights, which would suit us to a T.